Right, in this video I will show you 3 questions to do with simultaneous equations. Here's one without any negative numbers, and these are probably the easiest. Right. 3x plus 2y is equal to 1, 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. So basically something times 3 add something times 2 to give you 1, and that same something times 2 add something times 3 to give you 9. No use doing guesswork here, trying different numbers, because just in case the values of x and y are decimals, you're not going to be able to guess them in the exam. You'll run out of time. So the first thing I do is look at the question. I'll look at the first numbers, the 3x and the 2x. Now what I'm going to do is, I call it an exchange. See that 2 over here, down below there, down there, I'm going to put it up here as times 2. And see that 3 over there, I'm going to put it down over here as times by 3. So I've done exchange. So now then, 2 times 3x, 6x, 2 times 2y, 4y. Some people by mistake just leave that as a 1. Don't do that, because you need to times everything by the 2. Times by 2, times by 2, times by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Same thing here, 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 3y, 9y. 3 times 9, 27. Chair's too creaky. Right. Now notice the x terms are the same. Here at the beginning there were too many letters, far too many letters. You had an x, you had a y. But one thing we can do now is eliminate one of the letters. I'm going to eliminate the x's, the x terms by, well, adding's not going to work because they will not eliminate. So take away 6x, take away 6x, nothing, 0, they've gone, eliminated. Here I have 4y, take away 9y. Now what I should have done is have a think about which way I'm going to take away. Should I take away from top to bottom, or should I take away from bottom to top? Well, I'd prefer to do bottom to top, because here, if I do top to bottom, 4y take away 9y, I'll end up with negative numbers, and they're a bit messy to deal with. Sometimes you cannot avoid them, but in this case we can. So I'm going to take away from bottom to top. 6x take away 6x, they knock each other out. 9y take away 4y, it's 5y. 27 take away 2. Something times 5 to give me 25. 5 times something to give me 25. Y is equal to 5. So I found one of the letters now. Now what you're going to do is choose one of these equations. Choose the one that looks the easiest. I'm going to go for that one. Looks easier. Smaller numbers. Doesn't make much difference, to be honest. So I'm going to write that down over here. 3x plus 2. Now something times 3 add something times 2 to give me 1. Well, I know one of the letters already. I know it as y equals 5. I know that number, 5. So 3x stays the same, plus, remember I'm replacing the y with the number 5. So that's 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. Now this question becomes, well, what topic is it now? This topic now is solving the equation. Something times 3 add 10 to give me 1. So to get x on its own, take away 10. To get to plus 10, take away 10. What have we done on this side? Do on the other side. So 10 take away 10, they knock each other out. I'm left with 3x. 1 take away 10 is not 9. 1 take away 10, look at the number line, is minus 9. So to get it times by 3, divide by 3. What have I done on this side? Do on the other side. 3 and 3, they knock each other out. I'm left with x is equal to negative 9 divided by 3. Well, whenever a negative divides with a positive, negative always wins. So that'll be negative, because negative wins. 9 divided by 3 is 3. X is minus 3. Those are my two answers. if I was to substitute these two numbers back in there, if I was to put the x back in here and the y back in there, it should equal to 1. Similarly, if I was to put that x minus 3 in here and y as 5 over here, I should get 10. You can always check in the exam when you've got a bit of time. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to deal with situations where you've got negatives in the simultaneous equation.